Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't managed to get your drink yet, please do get it now. We will be starting in about 5 minutes or so. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Evening, everyone. Am I too loud in the front here? Sorry, I scared you. Evening, everyone. We will be closing the bar now, and we'll be commencing with the work for tonight. My name is Tolly B. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad to be here as well, to be part of this. When I'm not doing this, I'm normally on radio, on 947, doing my thing there. They call it the theater of the mind, but you know, I've since fallen in love with the visuals and the digital part of things and the digital information. And I'll tell you quickly how I fell in love with that. Is that I messed around and I fell in love with a girl who's a techie, right? So the girlfriend is a techie, and I mean you can't walk in my house and not sort of walk through some gadget or the other. That's the kind of house. I once stepped on one of those card box goggles. You guys would know those Google card boxes. And needless to say, I slept on the couch that night. That's when I knew that, you know, this is serious business. You know, and from that night, I vowed that I'm going to advocate for digital innovation. And that's the reason why I'm here. You can thank her for that. No, I kid. I'm here because I really love being here, guys. I think that there's a lot that the people in this room can achieve for the world going forward. There are two things that I just want to highlight before I introduce our dignitaries tonight, and before we talk about our partners. One of them is the name Fakugesi, which is the name of the festival, Fakugesi Festival 2022. Now, the name itself is quite a strong name, right? It means, you know, switch it on or light it up or, you know, put some fire or put some vavavoom and that kind of stuff. So that's what I want us to do tonight. I really want us, when we introduce everybody who's coming up, to give them a real Fakugesi introduction, a real Fakugesi welcome, and give it the fire that it deserves. The second thing I want to mention is our hashtag for tonight, which is from now on. It's actually not just for tonight, for the whole festival. For the whole Fakugesi Festival, hashtag from now on. That's for everybody in here and all those who are watching us online right now. And pretty much talks about how do we forge our way forward as a digital innovation world from this point on, with everything that has happened in the last couple of years, especially in the last 2 years or so. We find ourselves here. We can't change what happened, but how do we forge a way forward from now on? So that's our hashtag to everybody. Please do utilize that hashtag throughout the whole festival, hashtag from now on. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Africa's leading digital innovation festival, Fakugesi.
I'm excited about my future and all the things from now on.
Hi, I'm Maya, and this is Fakugesi, Africa's leading digital innovation festival. Join us online and in Joburg for conferences, expos, jams, showcases, and awards from 13 to 21 October. Tickets available now on fakugesi.com.
Yes, come, let's give it the Fakugesi. Remember the Fakugesi, guys. You know, let's give it the boom, let's give it the power, let's give it the fire. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Before we call our first dignitary who's going to come and talk to us and just help me welcome everybody that's here, I'd like to also just, as you can see, you saw some of the partners that were on screen there. I'd like to just go through some of them to say to them, thank you very much for being here. We really do appreciate your time being here. We know that most of them are here. Talking about the Agence Française de Développement, the French Development Agency, Telcom Future Makers as well, Gauteng Film Commission, French Institute South Africa, British Council South Africa, Hude Institute, Huawei South Africa, Wits University, the Wits School of Arts. Yes, I did, I know Renee is here somewhere. She'll be coming on stage and telling us all about that one. And also the Dutch Gesellschaft für Internationale Zusammenarbeit, which is the GIZ, that support the German government in achieving all its objectives in the field of international cooperation with sustainable development. So let's give them a nice round of applause. I'm gonna need us to Fakugesi. Fakugesi. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. Let me then call Leslie Donna Williams. A lot of people who are from here know her very well. Most of you do know her. She's the CEO of the Tshimologong Precinct. Here is Leslie Donna Williams.
Wow. It is absolutely incredible seeing all of these faces. For the last 2 years or so, I've been looking at you through these little boxes. I'm like, oh, that's your height. Oh, that's how you look outside of your avatar. So it's absolutely incredible to have you back at the first full live festival since the onset of the pandemic. The pandemic, for me, had a few things that, and like a lot of us, it gave us perspective. And I would argue that the creative and cultural industries was one of the most, if not the most affected industries in the pandemic. Livelihoods were shattered. But there was also a different side of it. It really challenged us. It challenged us to, with a sense of urgency, think about the full value chain of our work as digital creatives. What does it mean from initiating a project, developing it, as well as taking it to market? You know, and a few years ago, I had a few arguments with people. They said, oh, when you think about entrepreneurship, you're capitalists. And I'm like, guys, this is one conversation. One way where we're going to sustain our livelihoods is through being entrepreneurial. And I think that the creative and cultural industries have been role models of this for a long time anyway. But we only really got through of this because of those of you around the room pulling together. And this is the ecosystem. We had no choice but to speak louder, raise our voice of what we need, and say, from now on, things need to be done differently. It also challenged us to start thinking about which parts of the ecosystem do we need to work together? How do we link in? So, like I said, when you look at going from being developmental to commercial, it takes different kind of partners. And this is where we've been calling on everyone to look at blended financing. The development side, we need governments, we need multinationals to come walk hand in hand. And it was also exciting to see more corporates come on board. They want your products, they want your innovation, but we need to find that common language, that common ground, where we understanding each other, where we meeting each other, where your products are actually going to people who appreciate it without losing the integrity of what you are creating. So, in short, it has taught us to deepen our learning, deepen our practice, and collaborate in a new and better way. From a Tshimologong perspective, it has been really getting us thinking about where and how do we support you throughout the year, where we come together to celebrate and to showcase during the festival, which is a massive celebration as it ought to be. But what are those linkages in between? And we recognize that we cannot do this work on our own. So we've been making a lot of effort to build partnerships across various festivals. I'll name a few. So we have Durban Film Art, Cape Town International Animation Festival, Annecy International Animation Festival, Africa Games Week that's coming up in a few months. And we want more and more festivals to come on board because your work deserves the world to see it, to consume it, to appreciate it, but also to give you the legitimacy that you deserve. African digital content is in demand, and we need to develop the right kind of skills to meet that demand. And this is where I'm excited that Fakugesi is a partnership and a collaboration with the Wits School of Arts, that we are creating quality pipeline together to have that foundation theory, to understand your work, and to make sure that we are experimenting and experiencing together until we're ready to go to market. Another practice that we have deepened over the last few years, which really has come to fruition now, is before launching new programs, spending time with all of you, listening to you at Fakugesi, and then understanding which are the parts that we have to research in a deeper, more meaningful way. And then launch new products and services based on feedback from you as the industry, as well as the research-based. So one of the things that came out of, that started during last year's Fakugesi, turned out to be a gaming hub that was launched throughout the year. And this was again where partners like Telkom became critical to take that risk with us, because this is what the industry needs now, and you have given us feedback. So I'll iterate a few of the partners, and like I say, for me it's super exciting that we are at that point now where corporates, government, as well as development agencies are partnering together. So AFD, our constant partner in DCH, Telkom has come on board with a gaming hub and a few other, in fact, Telkom's a founding partner of Tshimologong. IFAS, British Council South Africa, has been part of the Fakugesi journey for the longest time. Kute Institute, Huawei, who's a recent partner to Fakugesi. GIZ, the German corporation. Metaverse, and Metaverse is, for me, was also an interesting story, because we had the team from Metaverse visit us a few months ago, and they had a problem statement. Where and how do we make Metaverse relevant in an African context? And again, that goes directly into influencing the future of Metaverse, the future of Facebook. And now Metaverse has come on board as a partner. Electric South and Trace TV. So what I love about our partners and how we've pulled together, like I said, it takes an ecosystem for this to work, is that we are at that point where we are acknowledging that the pandemic has busted all myths that we all know everything. And from now on, we need to do things differently. We need to take that risk to collaborate with each other, to experiment with each other. And we've been having amazing results that you'll get to experience over the next few 10 days. So with that, I'm going to welcome Renee from Wits School of Arts, Digital Arts, our co-founder and collaborator of Fakugesi Festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, Renee Smith.
Thank you. So I actually asked not to stand here, and they insisted I do this, so you'll just have to bear with me. Firstly, you have to show some love, because it's the first time that I'm here, so woo! Really, just thank you for the invitation to say a few words. I really want to acknowledge, honestly, I struggle with light. I really want to acknowledge a couple of people, obviously my colleagues from Wazoa. It's really good. I'm the new head of school, so I got to meet one of my colleagues in person for the first time today. So that was really exciting. But I also got to meet some old friends. Lerma, it's so good to see you here. You just brought back so many memories for me. And Magdalene from Film Mart, who actually is busy with the European Film Festival, but is here. So big up to you, Magdalene. Good to see you again. I really want to acknowledge everyone who made Fakugesi 2022 possible, from creative direction to sponsorship. And I especially want to thank the creatives, because as I was mentioning to the number of people I spoke to today, honestly, on days when I'm feeling really frustrated with so much that's happening around us, I'll arrive on campus and I'm just reminded how it's going to be okay, right? And that's really the spirit of innovation and creativity. And a big shout out to Samuel, I found out your name, for that poster, because it really speaks to me, right? From now on, we do things differently, right? So thank you very much for your poster. Content really remains paramount now more than ever. It's where the synergies, at least I believe, it's where the synergies between the academy and industry intersect and afford a number of possibilities. It's where critical practice and embodiment provide for a richer, a textured, and an intertextual reference and experiences, really, and this is key for me, it's where diversity and inclusion can be realized. And I think getting this balance right really remains the challenge of our times. So for me, I want to acknowledge Tshimologong, I want to acknowledge our partnership and our collaboration, with not just the precinct, with Leslie, with Joy, with Eduardo, and in particular, of course, I want to thank Tegan. I haven't seen you, but really just to thank you for all the work you've done over the years, and I just want to acknowledge that. So our partnership with the Chimologong is necessary and it's important, and I really wanted you to hear this, Leslie. It's really important to us. Collaboration with academic departments are equally important, and with our researchers, I think it's what makes for stronger content. Having worked across sectors myself, I feel strongly about the possibilities of the so-called next normal, this reimagined world which affords more opportunities for collaboration and co-creation, and really opportunities for inter and transdisciplinary work. And no one more than young people and young creators on this continent know about going beyond the borders of disciplines, and that I think is very exciting. We're living through unprecedented times, rapid change, disruption, really in all areas of our lives. And so for me, it's really, this is the magic, right? It's the magic of this moment and the possibilities. We just have to keep reminding ourselves, or else we become very frustrated with day-to-day realities. So I remain really inspired by creativity and the dynamism of the school that I've now joined, the Wits School of Arts. I had options to go elsewhere, but I chose it because I really believe in what the Wits School of Arts does and what it affords the students. And I think this really does also speak to that. So a special thanks to the staff and students of the Wits School of Arts, to everyone who has played a role over the years in relation to the festival. And in closing, because I'm the new head of school, I get to say, please come and support ours, our work. So we've got a festival animation showcase. That is a screening both with the Digital Arts and Film and TV department, which is tomorrow. I have to plug this for the following day. We've got the Wits Digital Arts and Google Arts and Culture Open Lab residency, which focuses on AI, art, and natural language processing. We're very excited about the Moving the Compass Forum, right? It's a forum for intermediaries in the digital creative industries in Africa. Please do join us for that. And in particular, I must mention that it's supported by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. And lastly, our students' work will be on display from the 16th to the 21st, the Digital Echoes exhibition. Really, thank you all. Just everything of the best for the festival.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of applause. All right, we are definitely fucking the Gesi. You know, it's definitely happening. What did I do wrong there? All right, it's good to see that everybody can laugh at that. Ladies and gentlemen, so I was listening to Leslie Donna Williams talking about sort of the metaverse and creating content for Africa, and I've been here before, and in fact, some of the developers are here. I saw some of them a bit earlier on when we were busy mingling there, and they're very excited about, you know, creating environments for Africa and creating content that are rich in African culture. So to the metaverse, Meta, you're definitely at the right place here. I actually asked one of them, and he's particularly excited about the hackathon. He's like, yeah, man, I'm excited about this. It's going to be awesome. A lot is going to be happening in the next 10 days or so. Eduardo Cachucho, who is the creative director of Fakugesi, will tell us a little bit more about it a little bit later. But right now, though, one of many performances that are going to happen, because we also want to entertain you in between here, because creativity is quite vast, and you will learn tonight just how far we can take it. Right now on stage, a good Fakugesi welcome to Kankali.
Good evening, everyone. So, hi, my name is Khan. Nice to meet you. Some of you may know me as Maya. I kind of look like Maya. Hi. So, thank you all so much for coming this evening. I'd like to remind you all that everyone in this room is a change maker and has a role in effecting change on this continent. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being change makers. And please give yourselves a round of applause for being so amazing. Thank you so much. So this song I wrote, it's called Sunshine. I wrote this song as an affirmation for change, an affirmation for love, and to bring in a good, positive future. And I feel like it fits perfectly with this festival. So let's sing along. I'm excited about my future and all the things to come. I am ready to collect my blessings. I am chosen. I am the one. Divine design. Oh, 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 oh. Wait, hold on. Can you please stop the music, DJ? Just for 1 second. I need you to repeat after me. I'm excited about my future. And all the things to come. I am ready to collect my blessings. I am chosen. I am the one. Awesome. So we're going to sing along together, right? You got it? Okay, cool. Start it again, DJ. Thank you. All the things from now on, I am ready to collect my blessings. I am chosen. I am the one. I am divine, perfectly designed. I am chosen. I am the one. All the joy inside of me is bigger than the ocean. All these words unspoken new, 'cause I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Don't let this world take your smile away. Oh, na 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 na, oh my baby, nguma zingachigizinto. Oh, vula mehlo wakho zingachigizinto, zisangachigizinto. Oh, zisangachigizinto. I'm gonna need you to sing along with me. Say, from now on. 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 And I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Don't let this world take your smile away. Oh, na 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 na. From now on, there we go. From now on, there we go. From now on. Thank you for participating. This is your song. Please enjoy it. My name is Khan. Thank you so much for having me. Please follow me on all social media platforms at Khan Kelly. Thank you for having me, Fakugesi. Thank you so much.
It's exactly 7 p.m. on 947. That was Khan Kali with From Now On. I've got no idea what we're going to do to top that, but we will have to try. In fact, I do have an idea, because earlier on, I sort of said this name, and then like the roof almost came down. You know, like the guess was 100%, right? Exactly what we wanted. Remember to always bring the guests. Let's always light it up with every person that comes on stage. So far, it really has been amazing, and it will continue to do so, because I know very well that the next gentleman is going to come on stage. So we actually literally just continuing, you know, on Elia's eruption that almost happened when I mentioned his name, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, the creative director of Fakugesi Festival, we are now in 2022, Eduardo Cacucho!
Thanks, Tolly. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually standing here today. This has been... Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone who is here. So many of you have been part of making this a reality. And I mean, I was in the tech check for Nontokozo singing her piece yesterday, and I was like, okay, I gotta not like burst out crying because I need to keep on doing other things. I think, you know, ringing from what Leslie has just said and what Renee said, I really, truly believe in artists' capability to change the world. And that's really what From Now On is about. We've all been through the most difficult, the most intense time through 2020, 21. And I think a place like Fakugesi has really been here for creatives, even when it was, I mean, I know from like Tegan making the digital 2020 program, that must have been epic. Now that I know from the background of what it takes to make a festival like this happen, it really like makes me appreciate much more what people do for these events, to bring people together, to have us talking. This is actually the most important thing, is you here speaking to a person you might not have seen in a long time, to make those connections. And that's why I just thank all the partners who we're working with. Thank goodness they've listed them and already talked about them, so I can't make a mistake on that side. I also wanted to say I'm wearing a special outfit. These pants are Kumomorogele, and they've just come from Paris, actually. So this is part of an exhibition called Design Futures Lab. And it's a collaboration between fashion designers and XR artists. And there's a kind of sustainability element to this. And again, it's all about really living the experience, living the art, being part of it, experiencing it, and engaging in it. And connected to this, there really are a lot of people to thank. So I just do want to run through this before I tell you some of the amazing things. Just thank you to Leslie Donna Williams from Tsimologong, Joy Mawela. We couldn't do this without you. You have such high standards. Thank you for like keeping us to that. To Margarethe van Skalkwyk, who's always ready to come out of bringing the creative director position more into Tsimologong, has been to align more, to make sure we're working with people. I'm so happy to see all your faces here. This is also your festival. To my partner, Justin, who's dealt with so much of my manicness, to my family, to my mother, my father, my mother's here, to Tegan and to the WITS team. This festival also wouldn't exist without your energy. Now that I know how much it takes, I cannot believe you did it for all those years. It's amazing. And then I really do need to thank my team. We have the most incredible team of young people who are working with me. And I am going to list them because they are really important. My right-hand person, Sino Nompunga. I mean, I wouldn't be standing here. Where is she? There's Neo, our coordinator, MQ on our team, Nontokozo, who just sang, Bohlale, and then also to Samuel Gillum, who, when we got the competition prizes for the poster, and I saw this poster, I knew it was the one, and it's been so incredible working with him. He is that artist. He brings the vision. I had a creative direction, but I didn't have this imagery, and it just aligned incredibly, and that's what can happen when all of these factors align together. So I will now move to what you can expect to the festival. You have a program booklet, so on your program booklet, you can scan the QR code. It will take you to the website with the full program. But I wanted to give you a little bit of a sense of what to expect. Next slide, please. So from tomorrow on to the 16th, there's our expo and our exhibitions. You will see amazing showcases on this side, Future Africa. There's incredible parts here in the expo session. Then the next part is our conference, which starts tomorrow. Please do come through for that. Next slide, please. Our conference, it's a 2-day conference. Tomorrow's conference is really for everyone. This is from people just entering into the creative space. They could be early stage creatives. Conference day 2 gets a little bit more technical and really digging into the detail. Then next slide, on the 16th, we have the Family and Maker Day. Next slide, please. This, we really invite you to come and bring your children, your family, your friends. There's like a lot of maker activities, doodlebots, making robots, like programming lessons. And then to join us on the 21st for our awards, which is the first Fakugesi Awards which you're having. We've had incredible applications. The finalists are amazing. And we cannot wait to announce the winners for this. So yeah, please do join us for that. Anyone who has a pass for the festival also gets free entrance to the closing party. All right, and then we actually have a surprise announcement for the opening. So can we go to the next slide? So I'm also the creative director for another program called Digital Lab Africa, which is an acceleration and bootcamp program. And we have been running this in the background for a while, so we're very excited to announce the winners of the acceleration part of the program today. So if we can have the next slide, we're presenting the winners in animation. We have Ajibola Adewole with Grit from Nigeria. This is a really amazing project. Then we have Joseph Esme. Sorry, I see that little part there is blocked off. With Okiki, also from Nigeria. We had really incredible applications from Nigeria this year. The next slide. And we actually have her right here in front of us, Lola Akins with Naledi, which is just unbelievable. It's like something else from South Africa. So glad to see you here. And then we had also a special mention with Esme Kemi with Prepare to Die from Nigeria, which is an incredible stop frame animation film. All right, the next slide. And then we have for video games, Kai for Games, The Unseen Crime from Senegal, an incredible women-led team that is developing like a woman narrative video game. And that's it for me. Thank you. I will hand over. Please do come to all the other days. There's lots to see and lots to engage with. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Eduardo Cachucho, our creative director of Fakugesi. Coming to stage right now, Emanuela Denavit-Feller, IFAS, Regional Head of Media, Film and Music. Let's give it up for Emanuela.
Hi, good evening. Obviously, I'm French, so I will be speaking with a French accent. Sorry for that, but I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much, Simolo Hong. Thank you, all the team. It's good to see familiar faces, not only from Johannesburg, but also from Cape Town and Durban. So welcome, everybody. And it's good to be a guest at Simolo Hong, too. I'm, of course, particularly happy to be with you tonight on behalf of the French team, meaning the Embassy of France, the French Agency for Development, and the French Institute of South Africa. Actually, French Institute of South Africa is a neighbor. We are just 200 meters away, so do not hesitate to come by. We also have a nice venue. We were looking forward for this edition of Fakugesi, and I would like to congratulate the Fakugesi team, especially, of course, Eduardo, Joy, and everyone for this impressive program. Fakugesi represents many things, and we are proud to be partnering with the festival this year again. First, for 9 years now, Fakugesi has been on the forefront of digital innovation and creative industries. As a talent scouting event, Fakugesi is the unique occasion for creators to show and share their creativity, and for us as an institution to discover new talents and projects. Secondly, Fakugesi is a unique opportunity to engage and talk about the industry, its challenges and opportunities. The sustainability of the festival shows how this discussion is accurate and highlights the importance of creative industries and innovation, not only in South Africa, of course, but also on the continent and around the world. Thirdly, Fakugesi is a place to follow up projects, stay connected with them and with the creative. With the pandemic, as Leslie mentioned, this kind of place became essential. And I am more than happy that we can enjoy this event all together tonight. Actually, yesterday I was in Cape Town for the launch of a 3-year project between the Robben Island Museum, the French National Institute for Audiovisual, and AFD. These 3 institutions have partnered so that the Maïbouye archives, dedicated to the anti-apartheid struggle, can be digitized and made more accessible to a wide audience. If the project is based on archives, so let's say old material, it will also be highly focused on digital to create innovative narrative, to tell these stories to the next generation. During the launch of this project and the study day that followed, many have emphasized the role of digital innovation and digital art in our ongoing lives and in the construction of our identity narratives. We understand indeed how technology is at the center of many things and the importance of creativity that needs to be brought within technology. France has been a long partner of Simon Hong, and we are proud to take part in its success story and to contribute to the dialogue between the artists, the audience, and the industry. This year, we have also contributed to showcase during the festival a collaborative installation, live drawings, which is in the tall room, and I encourage you to go and see it with the Molo interns helping you and also playing with you in a way. I hope you will enjoy it as much as we did. I would like to end by thanking all the partners, of course, the speakers, the participants, and observers who make this event a moment of enthusiasm and open-mindedness. I wish you a great evening and a great Fakugesi Festival. Thank you.
One more time for Emmanuel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it was so cool listening to Eduardo also talk about sort of, you know, the stuff here. And I was chatting to a few people who were telling me that some of the guys are actually quite young guys, eh? So you know, we're dealing with some of the guys who are very young, late teens, 21, and they're doing absolutely amazing work. And I'll say to everybody in here, and everybody who's watching online, by the way, you also saw from Eduardo's slides that there'll be family days, so don't worry about how young your kids are. If they have interest, or if you'd like them to have interest, please do make sure that you find a day where you can bring them throughout our 10 days. Everybody is definitely welcome. We're trying to open it to everybody just so that we can, forge a brighter future, forge a great future. As per our hashtag, as I said a bit earlier on, hashtag from now on. That's the hashtag we'll be using throughout the whole festival, and hashtag Fakugesi 2022. And I'm also so happy that Fakugesi sounds mean, it sounds awesome in any language. Did you hear Emmanuel there with the accent? It still sounded dope though, eh? You heard that, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Fakugesi anywhere in the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now, earlier on, you would have seen that one of our partners is Telkom Future Makers. And from Telkom, we'll be joined on stage right now by Matebe Zwobo.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here at Fakugesi. What does that mean? Put in the gas. What does it mean? Put in the fire. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So my name is Matebe. I'm from Telkom Future Makers, which is Telkom's Enterprise and Supply Development Unit. And so we are interested in digital entrepreneurs and digital creatives. But what I loved about this year's conference is the slogan, "From now on." From now on, what do you think is going to happen in the gaming industry in South Africa and in Africa? Well, firstly, from now on, Africa is going to lead this trajectory, all right? Number one. Number two, that's not a myth, all right? So Africa is the fastest growing gaming industry in the world right now. It is projected to come to double the size of North America in 2 years' time. What does that mean for us? That means, for sure, it's an opportunity for digital creatives. But as we can learn from each other, we should also be looking at people who are pioneering the space in South Africa. And these people are people like Carry First. How many of you guys know Carry First? Carry First, thank you, thank you. Carry First is actually a African-based mobile publishing gaming platform, and they've just raised their seed round, $26 million from Silicon Valley, from the Horowitz, Andreessen Horowitz guy. And so these guys are literally pioneering the space and showing how gaming is not just about games. Right? Gaming is not just about games. It's about solving real challenges. It's about creating utility. And it's also about making sure you're creating value. There's actually a research that I read about how gaming can be used in areas like psychology, healing, physical therapy, and all sorts of things. And so for us, especially as part of this hackathon, I'd like to invite every single one of you to think about gaming as a game changer. See what I did there? And so think about it beyond just the creativity. Yes, your creativity is critical, but think about it as solving real problems. And you know what it is about Africa? We have many problems. And so this is an opportunity for us to really think about how we put, yes, our creativity to use, but think about gaming as an avenue for solving real problems. And so from Telkom Future Makers, we are the sponsor of the Gaming Hackathon. So keen, we're doing it for the second year in a row. We've got some of our entrepreneurs that are incubated here, and we're really excited for them. And this year, we've upped the stakes. So this year, we're giving away 250,000 Rand to the most creative teams. So the first prize winner will get 100,000 Rand, 80,000 Rand, a second prize, and then help me do the mathematics for the last one, okay? And so essentially, that is basically what we're doing this year. We're really, really excited. And after that, you also get to be part of this long journey of incubation, experiencing what you can turn from just a gaming concept into a viable business. So again, thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing, amazing festival. It is jam-packed. We are super excited to be part of it. And we cannot wait to engage with all the problems you come up with. Remember, Telkom has got an esports gaming platform called? We're going. No one knows about VS Gaming. VS Gaming. Thank you. Enjoy.
One more time for Matebe Zwobo.
He's moved from an investment that we made, and that's really what we do. Work with small businesses that become exponentially high growth businesses that actually create the majority of jobs in any economy.
Unemployment is a real thing, in South Africa in particular. Entrepreneurship is a potential vehicle to solve unemployment. Entrepreneurs themselves have to be supported to build sustainable businesses, and so it's a very exciting program that we got involved in with Telkom Future Makers.
Telkom Future Makers is partnering with startups that are going to add value or diversify our supply chain, and then supporting youth that are already thinking about innovative and creative solutions but just need a little bit of support.
I currently reside in Pimble, which is a suburb in Soweto. That's where I was raised and born and bred. I'm studying a third-year BCom Business Management degree at the University of Johannesburg Soweto campus. What I'm working on is a student accommodation app called Students Live that's going to help students find landlords and landlords find students.
When we talk about township entrepreneurs, we would typically go into the spaza shop or the informal businesses. A lot of us have entrepreneurial ambitions, but we've been exposed
And that is actually why we started the Township Innovation Incubator.
Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. No wonder. I don't know if you remember earlier on, I was saying I spoke to one of the developers at the back, and he was excited about the hackathon. I knew there had to be a reason there. 100 score, so that's quite a lot of money. I just want to say this quickly. Is Itumeleng here from Fakugesi? Is Itumeleng here? Itumeleng? Okay, Itumeleng is not here. Okay, cool. Just want to say shout out to Itumeleng as well, one of the designers here at Fakugesi. That message is from Eduardo. He felt like, left you out. And he said, no, man, come on, let's say what's up to Itumeleng. I wanted to embarrass Itumeleng, but I won't have the chance to do that now. As I said a bit earlier on, we are going to have some performances after these formalities. I'll tell you a little bit more about them. The bar will open again a little bit later on. But right now, it does give me some pleasure to introduce to you on stage Christian Grun, who is the head of German Corporation, German Embassy. Now we can hear how Fakugesi sounds in German.
Thank you very much, Toli, and good evening, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Christian. I'm head of cooperation at the German Embassy based in Pretoria. And actually, it's kind of a revival in the actual sense of the word, because I remember being here in 2019 at the Fakugesi festival, which followed up with quite a difficult time after that. And we've heard about this before tonight, and I mean, who am I telling? You the creatives, know how difficult these last 2 years have been. Which makes me even more excited to be here tonight again for the opening of this year's festival. We are super excited as German Corporation to partnering up with Fakugesi again and with the Wits School of Arts, because we believe that creative industries is has not just been hit fairly hard over these last 2 years, and we've actually conducted a study which you probably think, I mean, why would you need to study? Just talk to us. We know how hard it has been. But something I want to really stress and focus on, not just the difficulties over these last 2 years, but the resilience that the sector has shown. And that is something I believe is outstanding in lots of parts of the industry and the business world. We've seen that people folded and crumbled, but something that is really at the heart and at the center of creative industries, I believe, is that resilience and that truth and being true to a personal calling. So congratulations on that resilience. I really want to say that Fakugesi for us offers a creative space where, and we've heard about this tonight, where innovative solutions coming up to face in new ideas under a lot of changing conditions. We are very happy that these solutions can be ignited in a space like this. They can be supported and they can be further developed. We believe that development ultimately is about creating partnerships. development doesn't really happen in isolation. Development happens in the connection between minds, between ideas, and to offer the space to foster these connections is exactly what this festival is about. So tonight we're celebrating the official opening, and building on last year's insights, we are looking forward to the festival's program, which provides, and we've heard about the program, an exciting opportunity to learn, to engage, and also to exchange in a hybrid format. And I think that's something we take away as a learning experience from these last 2 years. A festival program which has been designed to identify roads to foster the collaboration I spoke about for growth of creative industries. It is this shared goal of growth for individuals and for an industry at large that unites us and that leads German Development Corporation to support Fakugesi here in South Africa. The festival forms an integral part of our cross-regional program, actually in lots of the regions of this world on cultural and creative industries, which is implemented by GIZ, our German cooperation partner, together with the Goethe Institute. A warm welcome to the colleagues as well. The focus of our initial support, and I spoke about the event we had in 2019, was to further the festival's capacity to develop and to grow sustainably. And we are, and personally I'm super proud to see that this support was very fruitful. I believe it has played its part to grow this festival, not just as an important space in Joburg or in South Africa, but really as a pan-African platform with reach and impact to engage and to support creative community in a research and in a data-informed manner. So it's really about bringing together and not just having a good time and exchanging, but really having a founded and informed and successful targeted exchange and collaboration over these coming days. In line with the development of the festival, also our support has developed. And over the support to the festival, it really shows what we are looking at as a incubating support to creative industry on the continent. Fakugesi is fostering the fulfillment of a need that we see in the sector of the industry. And in due course, we were able to identify specifically intermediaries. And we heard about the absolutely paramount role of creatives for marketing products. But I think it is important to also say that to identify suitable, successful and targeted intermediaries is a absolutely significant, and I believe in large parts yet unmet need in the digital creative industries. So those intermediaries, publishers, distributors, talent aggregators, professional training bodies, they do play a crucial role in providing digital creative professionals with an access to market and a monetization which is so vital to make creatives visible and successful on a local, but also, and I believe this is very much possible, on a very global scale. So I'm extremely excited to learn more about the outcomes of the support and of the roadmaps that will be designed during this year's festival to help intermediaries fulfill this important role in the creative ecosystems. And I'm absolutely convinced and I'm very sure that we will experience a festival which will not only support digital creatives, but which will, in the spirit, and we've talked about this year's festival from now on, it will showcase and it will connect the countries and the continents, vast creative talent more than ever. And I'm very much looking forward to these few days and knowing that I'm probably one of the last obstacles between now and the reopening of the bar. Let me just close here and wish you a good evening. Thank you very much.
Christian Grün, one more time for Christian. Yes, so a few things are going to happen. So the bar is definitely going to be opening. Dinner will be served as well. I said a bit earlier on we're going to have some entertainment. So Sweeter Brown DJ, Lilo Live, Bam Thag, they're all going to be entertaining us while everything else is happening. I do want to take this opportunity to say to everyone who's here and everyone who's joining us online as well that we're here until the 21st of October. So please do go to fakugesi.co.za and have a look at every single day and choose a day or even days where you can come, because there's literally something for everyone. So you can pick a day where you can come, whether you're into video games, into animation, if you're into extended reality, visual arts, you name it, film, digital music, everything is here. And if you want to come with family as well, you're more than welcome to do so. And please do spread the word as well from now on until the 21st of October. One last time though, before we open the bar, I just want everybody on the count of 3 to give the biggest Fakugesi you've ever yelled up. Right? Are we okay on that one? Just the biggest Fakugesi that we have ever in our whole entire lives had to scream out. Right? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Fakugesi! Yes, my name is Tolly B. Thank you very much.